It is Monday morning, and here on Winging It Buffalo Style, it means it's time to check in with TMZ about all the latest Hollywood news and gossip. Dax is joining us from LA bright and early. Now, Dax, we have two stories for you. The first one is coming from Alec Baldwin. It seems like he's suffering the consequences of yet another public rampage. What's going on with this, Dax?
Oh yeah, I mean, literally Alec Baldwin's temper gets him in trouble every time. And if you were following the story last week, you know, he said some kind of homophobic slurs towards a photographer, called him a sea-sucking F-bomb, and basically got him in a lot of trouble. You know, he said that he didn't exactly say that maybe it came off a little wrong. He said fathead, which doesn't sound like that at all in the video, but that's what he's claiming. Either way, GLAAD came out against him. He actually got suspended from MSNBC, his weekly show there, and he is now having to apologize to basically everyone for letting his temper get the best of him once again. And you know, it didn't even end there. He continued, obviously, because this became such a big news story. There were camera crews outside of his apartment in New York, multiple reporters, lots of photographers, and he was going off on him for the rest of the day. He actually got into a little fender bender trying to pull out of a parking spot. He pushed another photographer. He started screaming at a reporter, and now he's going back and having to apologize for all of it.
You know, I read some of the apology on TMZ.com. Do you think that this, you know, was a heartfelt apology, or do you think this is just some stock apology that Alec Baldwin is used to giving for his anger-filled rampage, as we can call him?
No, I think it's an apology that he is forced to give. I don't think he means any of it. You know, Alec Baldwin, you know, is very contentious with a lot of the reporters and photographers out there, but that's just who he is, and, you know, every time he's got to go back, say his sorry, and somehow he gets away with it.
All right, well, moving on to yet another new twist on an old story. We're talking about Justin Bieber. It seems like this little party boy is up to it again with a Great Gatsby-themed party. You know, the story's not the party, but the waiver he made everybody fill. Sort of give me a rundown of what this waiver actually had in it when they were signing it.
Well, this is the waiver that was given out on Friday night. He had this massive party on Friday night at his house in Calabasas. The cops were called out 3 times. They ended up having to take a report for disturbing the peace. And so this non-disclosure agreement that he handed out to everyone basically said, you are not allowed to talk about this party, tweet anything about this party, take any photos. You can't mention a thing about what happened behind the closed doors there. And this was handed out to all the party guests, all the people working the party. And if you did so and you broke this agreement, you owe him $3 million. And there's no, you know, lawsuit, or there's no courtroom case about it. It's you owe $3 million. That's the case. And you know what? About like a year ago, he had another party that he was handing out similar agreements. And that time it was $5 million. So I don't know why these people got a deal, but it was only 3 if you broke it.
Real quick, Dex, we don't have much time left. Is this typical for celebrities, or Justin Bieber, is he the only one that's having people sign these waivers?
No, it's pretty common. You know, celebrities, they want to have their parties, they want to have their freedom, and they don't want all their juicy gossip spilled outside there to the media, so this is their way of trying to keep it protected.
All right, well, thank you so much, Dax. And as always, you can catch Dax and all of his friends over at TMZ weeknights right here on CW23 for all of the latest Hollywood news.